Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hi. Hello, hello. Oh, yes. My mic isn't working on my VTuber. That is amazing. One second. Hello? Oh, there we go. Okay, sure. I didn't even do anything. I just, selected it, deselected it, and then selected it again. But you know what? I'm okay with that. Oops. There we go. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Hello, hello. I apologize for the tardiness. I just did about 2 hours of errands right after work, and then I came home and I inhaled dinner, and here we are now. So, yeah. Welcome in, everyone. Hi. We're finally doing this heart hand toggle. Yes, these are my hands. If you were wondering, yes. I took a picture because, fuck if I'm gonna draw this from my fucking brain. So, anyways, that's what we're gonna do today. Very exciting stuff. Not really. I'm gonna have to go and find the reference images for, the colors for sure, but that's okay. I don't mind. Yeah! I'm so glad we could entertain you, Minty. Be your little Sims. This makes me very happy. I'm gonna add my fucking claws. I have really long nails right now, guys. I think I need to make it a little bit brighter so I can tell what's my finger and what is the background. Guys, I have a really funny story to tell about Boss Man today. It was really funny. I was laughing about it for like a good 20 minutes with actual tears in my eyes today. What was the adventure of Boss Man? I'm so glad you asked, Ghost. So today was super fun because Bruiser and me and Boss Man all work together. And that doesn't happen very often because Bruiser actually usually works while I'm not working. She's the one who covers for me. So, we don't often work together, which is so sad because we work great together and we have a great time. But it is what it is. Anyways, she's gonna start coming in on Mondays and Tuesdays. So today she came in to work and we were working, blah, blah, whatever. I was in the back, in our little back area, and I was grabbing some restock items to, as in the word, restock the shelves. And Boss Man and Bruiser were out in the front area where the customers are basically. And all of a sudden the phone rings. And usually I would be the one to answer it. Or Bruiser, it depends. But usually it's not Boss Man who answers the phone. But Bruiser, at this period of time, was actually on her break. We have a mandated 30-minute break or else Boss Man gets in trouble. So she was on her break. And I was very preoccupied in the back, trying to not die under a mountain of just shit and boxes and stuff as I was restocking some stuff. Anyways, the phone's ringing, and Boss Man is like, "Is anyone gonna answer that?" And Bruiser's like, "No," and like gestures to the fact that she's on break. And I yell from the back, and I'm like, I can't." So he goes and answers it. And he just answers the phone, blah, blah. He talks to the person on the other end, and then he hangs up. And I come out of the back, and Bruiser is just like dying laughing. Absolutely dying laughing. And I'm like, "Oh, what did I miss? Holy moly, what's going on?" And she goes, "You just missed the best thing ever." And I was like, "Oh?" And apparently, a mountain of shit, horrible business practice. I promise, guys, we don't need to be inspected by I don't know, whatever the people who inspect restaurants are. We don't need to be inspected, I promise, because we're not a restaurant. Anyways, so she's like laughing, and I'm like, "What? What did I miss?" And turns out, as Boss Man was going to answer the phone, I had a bag of not really, like kind of mildly spicy chips out at the station where I was sitting. So the phone is at my station, essentially. So in order to answer the phone, you have to go to basically my desk. And these chips were sitting on my desk. And apparently, as Boss Man went to go answer the phone, he had grabbed a chip out of the chip bag. He does this a lot. I've established it's okay. We share food all the time, so it's totally fine. He does this a lot. And I've established with him that it is okay if he eats my food. Anyways, so he grabs a chip. And fun fact about Boss Man can't handle spice for the life of him. He dies. Zero spice tolerance, absolutely non-existent. So he grabs this chip and eats it. And he answers the phone in like the same motion. So he goes, "Hi, thank you for calling." And then he just dies. Like he goes, "Hi, thank you for calling." And he just is like dying from this one bite of this kind of mildly spicy chip. And he was trying to have this normal conversation with this person, absolutely dying on this chip. And I come out at the tail end of it, and Bruiser's laughing at him because he completely brought this upon himself. And she fills me in on what just happened. And I turn around, and he's like still dying. He's like, and he's like, he's just like dying over this spicy chip, and he had hung up the phone, and he's like, "Why didn't you tell me these were spicy?" And I was like, "I didn't realize you were just gonna eat one off of my desk. You didn't even ask me if they were spicy." And he's like, for the next 10 minutes, just like randomly like and like just dying, and I'm just laughing so hard. It was so funny in the moment. Oh my god, it was so funny because Boss Man is so like professional and like composed, and he's also kind of like an intimidating man, I'm not gonna lie. So seeing him absolutely die over this one bite of chips was so funny. Oh my god, and I just lost it. I was like buckled over the glass counter for like 20 minutes, just dying with like absolute tears in my eyes, because I would like stop laughing about it, and then as soon as I stopped laughing about it, he would like do something to like help himself with the spice, or he'd like make a comment. I would like finally start composing myself, and I would like finally just whoo, and then he would be like or like, "Oh my god, that was spicy," and it would just like reactivate it, and I would just be laughing all over again. It's so funny. Oh my god. Anyways, Bruiser and I were making fun of him. It was fantastic. Imagine the person on the other side of the phone listening to that. 2 food accidents in a month. You know, I didn't even think about that, Ghost. I didn't even think about that. But it was so fucking funny. He's so funny. And he wonders why I visit on my days off too. Like, what do you mean why do I visit on my days off? What do you mean by that? Of course I'm here on my days off too. Ugh. Oh, also, Minty, I asked him, and you're good to hang out at the shop if you do end up staying like all weekend. Next weekend, you're good to hang. Gotta have a constant presence to haunt him. Exactly, Ghost. Oh yeah, also, Ghost, I hope you know. So, we have like this little like doorbell thing on our door at the shop so we know when someone walks in. And sometimes when it's a windy day, the door will like kind of like wiggle a little bit and it will activate the doorbell and it will sound like someone walks in, but but no one has walked in. And I hope you know, Ghost, that every time that happens and me and Bruiser look up and are like, because we're supposed to say welcome in whenever someone looks up, or whenever someone walks in, we're supposed to say welcome in. So we're like trained when the doorbell goes off. We like snap our heads over and I'm like, oh my god, hi. So whenever the door magically does the doorbell, we always say welcome in, Ghost, and I think about you every time we do that. Cause I'm every time the door like does its little thing, I'm like, oh my god, Ghost is here. And it happens a bit. Our doorbell is very sensitive. Y'all group of friends low-key feel like a sitcom. Oh good. I hope nothing bad happens. He's getting so many fiber art trinkets now. Honestly, he'll probably be so psyched about anything Charmander or Charizard. Ghost being here and 99. Whoa, sorry. You see, 99% is the win, but that 1% is an entity. Yeah, exactly. Which is why every time it rings, we even if it's no one's there, we always are like, "Welcome in, Ghost." Just like Phasmo. Just like Phasmo. I know. Well, Ghost, if we go by our doorbell, you visit us a lot. Wait, Ghost, is that why you're named Spirit in the Discord? Because you're here in spirit? It's the Ghost is named Spirit in the Discord because Taffy did the Phasmophobia quiz and he was Spirit with him. But since your reason is cooler, I'll say that from now on. Oh my gosh, yay. can really see how long my my middle finger nail is. That's pretty kind of a lot. I love using my hands as references. Fun fact, guys, the hand that I'm using to draw like on the screen that you guys are seeing is also my own hand. And these are also my own hands. I took the reference picture myself. That's why it's holding an Xbox 360 controller, because that's my favorite controller. Fun fact. Anyways. You have some long fingers. In theory, you could learn how to pickpocket people. Do I have long fingers? I always thought I kind of had some, like, small-ass hands, but maybe not. You can see all my, like, rings and jewelry and stuff. Future leader of the Thieves Guild here. Yeah, look, we can... This thing... This bracelet right here, I got for, Dia de los Muertos. There was a celebration being held in my local cemetery, so I went to that, and these beads are from Mexico. This bracelet right here is from Japan. I made it myself, and a Buddhist monk blessed it. And all of the beads are different kinds of wood from trees, like that are native to Japan. And they all mean something different. Don't ask me what they mean, because I don't know anymore, and it's been blessed, so don't know how much more powerful you can do about that. You can get. Gonna steal wallets and put a 360 controller in the place. Yeah. I mean, probably hefty enough. This bracelet I got in Hawaii. My most recent trip to Hawaii. And it's very cool, and these are seeds, actually. They're not beads. They're a certain kind of seed. I don't remember from what kind of tree, but they're like petrified seeds. Blue got that holy protection just in case. Yeah, you never know. Like, you know, I'm atheist, but if I'm proven wrong, I got my Buddhist bracelet right here. And then this one's kind of hard to tell, but this is a bracelet. Me and Milk make like those, well, friendship is a funny word to say in this scenario, but me and Milk make these like friendship bracelets every Valentine's Day since we've been together. So we get a new bracelet every year, and that's the bracelet this year. And this is a little dinosaur. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a stegosaurus. There. You can kind of see it a little better then. It's a little stegosaurus. And then this bracelet is a character from a game I really like. Ah. And then we have my watch. Oh, fuck. Here's my watch. Or the band of it, I suppose. Here's my medical bracelet because I'm deathly allergic to peanuts and all nuts, really, as we have found out most recently. Blue got that holy... Oh, yeah, the roommate bracelet, guys. The roommate bracelet, because we're just roommates. This bracelet, I got my first visit to San Francisco in California. I visited San Francisco for the first time ever, and I got this bracelet. It's a red bracelet, because red is I got it in Chinatown, and red is like a lucky color in Chinatown, in China, but in Chinatown as well. And then jade, of course. I don't think it's real jade. And then this is a bracelet from my hometown, from the barn that I work at, with all the horses. I wear a lot of fucking bracelets. Anyways, moving on. Buddhist monk bracelet for holy protection. Hawaii seed bracelet plus 50 spirit power. Friendship bracelet plus 50 morale. Medical bracelet prevents death from poisoning. All my stats right there for you. It's perfect. Hi, Taffy. Yes, heart finger time. Heart finger time. And my other wife. Yippee! I cannot do this line. I have something similar, but instead of bracelets, I like to collect abandoned rosaries. Oh, I think you said that before? I think I knew that, but it's still really cool nonetheless. It's, like, so unique. I don't think I've ever met anyone else who likes to collect abandoned rosaries. Yeah, that's so cool. I don't think I've ever... Okay, wait, Ghost, my question is, how many abandoned rosaries have you found? Because I don't think I've ever found a single abandoned rosary. So, like, how many of these things are you coming across? Sorry, guys, I had to go grab something from my other... So far, 3. 1 metal and 2 wood. That's crazy. I have never found an abandoned rosary before, so I have no... I've never found one before. There's also this one small Bible I carry around with one of the rosaries. In RPG stats, maybe I also have holy protection. That's pretty cool. But, like, my question is, does, like, blessed things, are they like a subscription? Like, do you need to, like, renew them every once in a while? Or like, are they blessed for life? Or, like, does it wear off after a while and you need to, like, re-bless it, you know? Yeah. I think anything that's important to you can be... I mean, I think, like, things that hold meaning can really be anything. I never thought I'd hear, do blessings need a subscription to renew? Well, you understand my question. I don't know. Like to believe that the blessing stays forever but gain new meaning. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I don't actually know what the blessing was, I'm gonna be honest, because it was all in Japanese, and my Japanese comprehension isn't quite that good. So, I don't exactly know what kind of blessing I even received, but I think it was a good one. Blessings as subscription sounds like a thing corrupt priests would do to scam people. I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere. Okay. Sorry, I just remembered what a streamer I really like is supposed to stream today, and then I was like, I don't remember seeing a notification, and I didn't, so that's why. Perfect. There's definitely a fanfic for that. Yep. Yep. I also collect old keys. That's cool. I collected old keys for a little bit. It was a lot of fun. My dad, is a... I know, surprise! Surprise stream. My dad, is a construction worker, and he would often be given keys to, like, these houses. And, because, you know, he worked back in, like, the 80s and 90s and stuff, so people had just straight up keys for their houses. And he would be given keys to, like, go into these people's houses to do work and stuff. And afterwards, sometimes they would either let him keep the key because it was just, like, a random copy they made, or he would forget to give it back. There was a lot of reasons. So we ended up having a lot of spare keys in the house because my dad would just end up with these keys and not really anything to use them for. It's not like we, like, went back to their houses ever, so we never used them, but some of them were really cool. There was one key that I remember that was a really cool looking key. It was like a bigger type key, and it was like pretty thick, and it had a really cool design. I remember the house it went to too. Me waiting for any late blue stream. No, seriously, I know. Even with the Discord, sometimes I have a hard time, like, I need... Well, basically, I need to use Minty's little schedule things that she made me. But I try to update the Discord as much as possible. The reason I don't always update it when stream is gonna be a little late is because I feel bad pinging everyone twice. Like, I feel bad making the ping for the fact that I'm gonna be late, and then I feel bad for the ping that's, like, the actual stream. So I kind of just, like, unless it's, like, gonna be super late, or I know ahead of time I'm gonna be late, I kind of just don't. Because I feel bad, adding everyone twice. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to blow your phones up. That is cool, and people do be trusting Papa Blue. Yeah, my dad's a cool guy. Cool dude. He still does construction, just not as much anymore, because he is turning 70 this year, I believe. On June 5th. And my mom is 71, I think? Oops, wrong one. Yeah, both my parents are doing extremely well for their age. My dad goes climbing all the time, and he rides a motorcycle, and he's like hiking and climbing a bunch. It's like his favorite things to do. And my mom is a little less active, but not because she can't be, but she just gets injured like a lot, and she has a lot of old injuries that like have kind of resurfaced in her older age. So she gets hurt a lot. So she can't risk it. But when she was able to do a lot of stuff, she was a black belt in Taekwondo. So she kicked everyone's asses, and also taught Taekwondo. I think she was a little bit further than a black belt. She was like a black belt with like a red stripe, or maybe 2 red stripes, I think. I don't know the levels of black belts, but yeah, that's what my mom did for a long time. Your dad rides a motorcycle? Yes. He and my brother, that's like the thing they do whenever my brother's in town. So, they go out and ride motorcycles together. And they like dirt bike. They ride in like the dirt roads and stuff. That's good, gotta stay. Yeah, no, I love that my parents are super active. They hike all the time. My mom was like a runner for like a really long time. The only reason she stopped running was because she recently got hip surgery and knee surgery, like back to back. And her body just like couldn't really bounce back quite enough to be able to run like a bunch again. But she used to run like a mile or 2 every morning for funsies, and she was like 65 at this point. My parents are pretty cool. Blue parents lore goes deep. Yeah, my parents have a lot of cool stuff to talk about. My dad was raised in Georgia. The state, the US state, not the country. And his favorite thing to do was catch like little critters and like animals and stuff, because he's in Georgia, so there were like hella things to catch and grab and stuff. So one time he was like in the forest wandering around, and he grabbed a snake, like the animal, a snake. And he just grabs a snake, and his dad is like doing yard work or something, and he sees my dad walking up with this snake, and he's like, dad's name, yeah, whatever, Blue's dad. And he's like, what are you doing, son? And my dad is like, well, I wanted to catch the snake. And my grandfather was like, how do you know that snake isn't poisonous? And my dad replies, well, if it was poisonous, I'd be dead by now. It's bit me like 5 times. So safe to say that snake was not poisonous. Did my dad know that when he went to grab said snake? No, but he lucked out. He also had a pet squirrel for a while. The squirrel got like hit by a car, and so they took it in and like raised it and stuff. And it used to sit on top of my dad's head to like hang out. And me and my mom always joke that that's why he's bald now, is because it's like where the squirrel sat. We're joking. That's not why, but it's funny. Man sees snake, man catch it, man happy. Pretty much. I mean, that's kind of like what my dad did. He still does it. He taught me how, so if I ever want to grab a snake, I can. I don't particularly see many snakes to grab. Very sad. I would totally grab snakes. I've actually, when I've been working at the horses back in my hometown, I will often see snakes that have gotten into the arena because they like the warm sand. And it's just like a nice area for them. And where we live, there's these snakes called bull snakes, which they are, they pretend that they're rattlesnakes by, making the like rattling noise and getting all like curling up and getting all big and stuff. But bull snakes actually eat rattlesnakes, and they keep the rattlesnake population down. And if you know anything about rattlesnakes, they're really dangerous to horses, because if a horse gets bit by a rattlesnake, it's kind of game over. So it's really good to have these bull snakes around. And more than once, they've gotten into the horse arena, because obviously the arena is outside. It's fair game. And my horse trainer does not like snakes. So I'm always called to come grab the snake, because we want them around because they control the rattlesnake population. But she doesn't particularly like snakes, so she doesn't want to touch it. So I just go grab them. Pretty cool. I haven't seen one in a little bit, but I think they're cute. I found a baby one time. It was so little. It was like the thickness of my pinky and about as long as, like, I don't know, 6 inches maybe. Very cute and tiny. Don't worry, guys. I caught him and I released him back into like the plant area. Got it. Next time I'll give a bull snake $20 as a reward for protecting the horses. They're good little guys, that's for sure. They can get fucking huge though. Like they get big. I can understand why people get a little scared about them, but they're very good for the ecosystem, to keep things balanced, and to not have a shit ton of rattlesnakes. Because who the fuck wants a big bunch of rattlesnakes? New blue title, The Snake Catcher. I like snakes. I want a pet snake. I think they're really cool. I remember I knew this one girl growing up. No, we weren't like friends or anything. I just like knew who she was. And I went to this, like, writer's camp, because for a little bit, I thought I might want to be, like, an author, like a writer. Spoiler alert, I do not, but I definitely gave it a shot. Anyways, there's this girl in this camp that, took this camp with me. And one of the prompts for one of the days was to write about something we're scared of. And I don't even remember what I wrote about, because I think I don't know. I have a couple, like, at the time, I was kind of scared of, like, the normal kid things, like the dark. And I still am not a fan of needles, so maybe I wrote about needles. I actually don't remember what I wrote about. But I do remember what this one bitch wrote about. She was scared of snakes. And this is a valid thing to be scared of. I totally understand if snakes are not your thing, not your vibe. I get it, because snakes can be, if you don't understand them and you don't encounter them, they can be a little scary, and that's fine. But this bitch wrote an entire poem about how she's scared of snakes and lists the reasons why, and they were all wrong. She kept talking about how they were slimy. And I kept being like, they're not slimy, right? And she would, like, ignore me and be like, oh, they're just so slimy. I can't stand it. Like, they're slimy and that's why I'm scared of them, because they're gross. And I'm like, but they're not slimy. Like, the basis of your fear of, like, the reason you don't like them is null and void, because it's just not true. You're just stupid. And you're like, actively ignoring me telling you that you're wrong in favor of, I don't know, being ignorant. It pissed me off so much. I was so annoyed. I was like, you're just fucking stupid, actually. Like, again, I don't care if you're scared of snakes for, like, what, maybe, like, you have a bad memory or you just don't understand them or whatever. I don't care. But she was like, I hate snakes. They're just so slimy and gross, and they just look so, like, wet if I touch them. And I'm like, your entire reason for disliking snakes is just not true. It's just not true. And I hated her, and I never talked to her during the entire camp because of her poem on, like, the first day. The poem of rage bait and misinformation. No, it literally drove me crazy. I was so upset about it. I, like, went home and told my dad. I was like, Dad, you'll never fucking guess what this idiot did in camp today. And my dad is very different from me. And he is incredibly, like, calm. And he actually doesn't talk very much at all. And he's, like, super level and even, and he's just super chill. And so he's like, oh, well, Blue, like, people are just, sometimes when they're scared, it's not logical. Like, it's just how it is. And he's like, a lot of people think that because of what they look like, because they're shiny, and people automatically assume the shininess is wet. And I was like, Dad, I understand potentially, like, the reasoning, but I am annoyed about it. And he's like, yeah, I know, like, it's tough. And I'm like, yeah, but be mad with me. I need you to be mad with me. So, anyways, it was, I don't know. I hope she's not a writer. I don't care. I hope she achieves her dreams in life, but I hope she's not a writer, so she can't write about snakes. Because she's wrong. Or, if she is a writer and she does write about snakes, I hope she's educated herself and not be stupid anymore. You share the discontent with your second born. No, I was like, See, one thing about my dad is he's so calm and level-headed all the time that you can't complain to him because all he does is he either is like, I know, like, I get it, I know. Like, okay, thank you, I understand you know, but I need you to be, like, annoyed with me. Or he'll, like, be like, oh, here we go again, you're just ranting again. And I'm like, listen, I know you don't feel the emotion of anger, like, ever, but I need you to understand that I am almost always a little bit annoyed all the time. And so he's just not, like, good to talk to when you're particularly annoyed because he just doesn't get annoyed. And it's like, I need you to not. I need you to be annoyed with me, and I don't want to calm down right now, actually. Now, my mom, on the other hand, she has about as much patience as I do, which is almost none. And, just kidding. We're actually both very patient people, but when people are being stupid, we have none. So, my mom, on the other hand, is a great person to rant to because she gets mad with me, or she often is mad, like, for the same reason, and it's awesome. So. Papa Blue really did reach enlightenment. No, literally. My dad, sometimes when we travel, to visit my grandparents ever, or just, like, on a family vacation, we'll travel, and, he will just sit there. And I know that sounds like, well, what do you mean? He will just sit there. Like, if we're on a 5-hour flight somewhere, he will just sit there and stare into nothingness for hours. Or we'll be on a road trip or, like, a drive. He will just sit there and, like, think. That's all he does. It's amazing. I don't understand how he's able to do it. He meditates, but, like, not with his eyes closed. He's just, like, he just sits and thinks and sometimes stares. He's really quiet, and he doesn't talk very often. He's not a big talker. He's very different. And then me and my mom are kind of more similar. So, is Overwatch Blue patient? Overwatch Blue hates everyone. Overwatch Blue does not enjoy most people. Yeah. Well, it's because he likes camping and to, like, being outside and stuff. And there's not much to do when you're camping and being outside other than just kind of sitting there and, like, thinking. I mean, you can read and, like, I don't know. There's, like, not much you can do when you're camping and you don't want to bring a bunch of shit. You can, like, kind of just sit there. That's kind of what you do. So, it's just from his years of backcountry hanging out and being on mountains and stuff and not having anything to do. He just kind of sits and thinks. Which is, when I was growing up, whenever I was bothering my brother, that's what he would tell me to do. He was like, just go sit and think. And I'm like, why? He told me to do that a lot. I'd, like, come into his room to hang out with him, and he'd be like, no, don't bother me. He didn't actually say that. He would be like, don't you have something better to do? And I'd be like, no, I want to hang out with you. And he'd be like, no, you should go sit and think. And I'd be like, you could not have suggested something more boring. And then he would often just, like, play video games and I would watch. So, it worked out in the end. You have a... I do. I love my family. They are pretty cool. I actually hang out with my brother and play video games pretty frequently. He's really cool. Overwatch Blue hates everyone, especially certain cat. Oh my god, yeah, Jetpack Cat can actually go die in a hole. Like, fuck you. My brother is super cool. He's like the favorite, which is valid because he's also my favorite. It looks like a blue tadpole sideways. I'm so glad you think so. I'm so glad you think so. It'll make more sense in a second. But my brother is like the most charismatic person you've ever met. Like, he's just... I haven't met anyone who's actually disliked my brother. He's so charismatic, and he's so good at talking to people and like getting to know them. And just being like overall just so fun to be around. And he's really smart, and all he does is kind of like read and play RuneScape. He really likes RuneScape. And he's just so smart, and he's so charismatic, and he's just so good at talking to people and listening, and I just, I don't know. He's the favorite for a reason, let me tell you that. But we hang out a lot. We play The Binding of Isaac together, like, a lot. And it's awesome. Too much. Takes me a couple tries to get the shape of the fire that I like. I kind of like that. I cannot find a shape that I like. Yeah, sorry, no more tadpole. There we go. And now we have to color correct it so it matches the other one a little bit more. There we go. I do have tattoos. I have a horse tattoo on my right thigh, and I have a left forearm tattoo of 2 betta fish on my left forearm. Yeah. And I definitely plan to do a lot more. I want the rest of my left arm that have the fish, I want to do a crow tattoo to like fill the rest of my arm out. Hello, Purple. Welcome in. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I like tattoos a lot. For the most part, all of the tattoos on my model and all of the piercings on my model are pretty accurate to what I actually have in real life. I tried to make it pretty accurate. Obviously, I don't have, like, animal ears like this, so that's not accurate. But yeah, I have just about all the piercings. I don't have the face piercings that my model has. I have the tongue piercing, but I don't have any of the face ones. I've been told by my by Milk that my face doesn't fit most of the piercings that I wish I could have. So, I wish I could get these piercings, but apparently my IRL face doesn't really work with them very well. So. Yeah. Oh, that line is thick. Holy moly. Even so, the tongue piercing is really cool. Painful to imagine, but cool. Yeah, I like my tongue piercing a lot. I'm really glad it hasn't caused me any, like, dental problems, because I would be pretty sad if I had to take it out, for sure. But so far, so good. Even the dentist was like, I'm kind of surprised. I usually see people who have a lot of problems with these piercings, but yours looks totally fine. And I was like, thank you. I try really hard. My parents weren't super hyped about that one, but that's okay. I'm very much an adult, so, and they know that. So they were like, okay, we don't really love this, but it's fine. You don't even live with us anymore, so like, what are we gonna say about this? Okay, now I have to remember what color is on what side. I think this one is... I think this one's gray. Okay. Ah, fuck. Whee! The right before of your own cheek doesn't hurt very much. I remember correctly, my sister had a cheekbone piercing, and she told me that it doesn't hurt. Ooh! Yeah, those piercings are definitely very pretty. I don't know if I would particularly get one of those, but I think they're very pretty. I knew someone in one of my art classes in college who had that piercing, and I thought it was very pretty. I didn't get along with her for other reasons, but I did think her piercings were cool. The good old that's neat and never talk about it again. Yeah, I think to them, since the way I talk, you can't really see it very often unless I like actively stick my tongue out. So I think to them, that's why they were kind of more okay with it, because you can't see it all the time. And I think that's what they were worried about. They're very old school, so they're like, oh, don't get too many tattoos or piercings, or else you're not gonna get like a good paying job. And which was valid for like a little bit, but I don't think that's really like an argument now for being anti-piercing and tattoos. So yeah, they don't care really, because they can't see it very often, and it has not affected my employment status. Yes, Purple, what's up? Ask your question, ask away. Oh, I forgot to grab the shadow color of this. God fucking damn it. I knew I forgot something. Come here. And then we're gonna do a little draw. And then we're gonna grab this color and do a little draw. And then we're gonna grab this color and do a little draw. And then we're gonna leave. I know you guys can't see. There we go. Alright, you're back. You know I'm a gotcha-tuber, right? I was wondering if I could try to make your OC. Ooh, I do know you're a gotcha-tuber, yes. And I would honestly love to see your interpretation of my OC. That would be fantastic. You definitely have my full permission, yes. I would love to see that. That would be so freaking cool. I appreciate you asking me. Thank you. Ah, sorry, I hit the mic. Let me also ask, if I reference you in any video I make, Castlevania. Please, Ghost. I would love that. I love fan art of any kind, even if it's a stick figure. Like, I love seeing how other people, draw me, I guess. I love seeing people's, like, interpretations and stuff. It's so cool to me. So yes, I always love any kind of like fan art or like a reference, anything like that. I love it. So yes, I'll do it when I just want to make sure it's okay with you. I remember that I did other people. Yeah, I appreciate you asking. It's definitely important to ask for that. So I do really appreciate the question. But yes, I love it. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I've tried to make Mafia spelled Sans and his brother. Ooh, but tried. Did it not work? Hello? I do not remember making this line. I'm changing the music. Oh. Ooh, I'm so glad that you were able to do that. That's my favorite. Fan art is my personal favorite, so. Ah, don't delete that. That's not what I wanted at all. I just didn't do the younger sons, but I've had that's okay. Maybe one day you can if you want to. I don't know why it is older brother weekdays in the gotcha. Maybe it was just you were just feeling it a little bit more, and that is a-okay. It's to have fun anyways, so. I will. I just tired for a long time. I don't know the reason for it, but that's all right. Honestly, sometimes I get pretty tired from art too, and that's like my main thing. I'm just like, I just don't have the energy. Even though it's something I really enjoy, I'm like, ugh. My mom said maybe you didn't go out when the sun is out. Who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows? I try to photosynthesize every once in a while, if I can. Oh my god, that was such a large eraser for what? It was good. It was good. I had a good day today. It was a bit long. I've purposely signed up for working for longer, and I'm kind of feeling the effects cuz working for longer for me means coming in to work earlier than I was used to. And I'm kind of bad at going to bed before like 2:30 in the morning, and I'm not quite getting enough sleep, which is not great. And I really need to get better at it cuz I've been really tired for like the past week since I started doing this. And really I just need to go to bed a little earlier, and I just am bad at it. Oh, I can. Oh, outside of my door, I hope he doesn't do anything bad, but he's in a teenager moment. It's okay. They, they're, they're so silly when they're teenagers. It's alright. I don't mind. I signed up for it. It's really, I'm not even going into work particularly early. I'm just like insanely so much of a night owl, and I need to figure out how to make myself go to bed like a tiny bit earlier. I fear I'm going to bed early, gamers. Been up since 5 a.m. Oh my god, Minty. Go to bed. Please. Going to bed early is so warranted if you've been up since 5 in the morning. Oh my god. I was talking about getting up early and it was not that early. He wants to run around like crazy, but I know it's his teenager mind. Oh, silly puppy. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic again. God damn it. I know. I can just imagine how sleepy Minty is right now. Okay, no worries, Purple. Honestly, I might be wrapping up here soon as well. Because we are just about done. Ah, god damn it. If I knew how to draw, I would take inspiration on your style. Ah, thank you. It is never too late to learn, Ghost, if you would like. I don't even know what my style is, honestly. It's kind of a mishmash of everything. It's like a little bit of realism because I like realism, but then like I watched a lot of anime, so there's probably quite a bit of anime in here, and I don't even know. I don't know. Realism with anime flavoring. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. I would agree with that. Ah, wait, actually. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Get out of here. Perfect. Actually, I kind of want to puff up. That. Yeah. Hello? Was not trying to do that at all. There we go. All right. And then when I put them obviously into the rigging program I use, then I'll go from there. Yeah. It'll look. Well, let's see. How do I do this without fucking it up? There. Perfect. It'll look just like that. Hitting the domain expansion hand side pose. Exactly. My domain expansion. Exactly. There. I will put them in, and I hope I will be able to get them set up in time for tomorrow's stream. But yeah. I think that's all I have for you guys today. That's what I wanted to get done, and that's what we did. And I'd say that was a pretty successful little thing. I kind of low-key want to add just like a little bit. Domain expansion, Azure Flames. Yeah, that sounds so cool. Thanks for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. I love chatting and hanging out with y'all. I'll be back tomorrow over on Twitch with some reverse 1999. I'm really excited for that. That's gonna be really good. I'm going in completely blind. It'll be great. Don't forget, I know. I was thinking about that as soon as I said that. I was like, ooh, I should probably make sure that I have that game downloaded in the first place, because that's gonna be really awkward if I don't. So, Ghost, you are so right. I should be able... I shouldn't be able to... Oh my god, hello? I should not have any problems getting home in time to be able to do that tomorrow. That's what I was trying to say. Holy moly. There we go. Little added wisp of fire. I might add a little, like... Oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It would be really funny if a patch happens and you have to download more stuff, like some universal intervention to turn the download talk into a tradition. I mean, honestly, I had a lot of fun, so it was fine. But, yeah. Let's hope. Let's hope. Perfect. Okay. And then, so now... There we go. Ooh, I'm so excited. This turned out really nicely. Okay, you guys. That's all I have for you guys today. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and talking to me and chatting with me and vibing and even drawing yourself, maybe. I will be back on Thursday with... I don't know. I don't know what I want to do on Thursday. I'll figure it out. Maybe working more on that Zelda mural. I'll see. If not, I might do some sketches in my sketchbook. But either way, I'll be back on Thursday. If you can't wait that long and you're gonna miss me a lot, I'll be live over on Twitch tomorrow with some reverse 1999. It is going to be my first time playing said game. So if you can't wait for that, you want to come see me be confused, but have a good time, come on over to Twitch. But yeah, I hope I see you guys next time. It was a fun stream. I was indeed. Ooh, yay! I'm so glad you were doing something else while you were watching me, I don't know, draw. I love when people do creative things with me. It's so exciting. But yeah, I'll see you guys on Thursday or potentially tomorrow over on Twitch. Bye, guys! Imagine I'm waving. Oh, I should do a waving toggle. Yeah. Yeah.